Ever felt like the tiniest thing just wrecked your day? Like one email, one comment, or one traffic jam was enough to send you spiraling? That doesn't mean you're dramatic or overly sensitive. It usually means that your nervous system is running with a very narrow window of tolerance. The good news, though, you can change that. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how. Now, this is actually video 5 of my 8-part mini course here on YouTube, and it's all about understanding and healing your nervous system, step by step. Hi, I'm Jess. I'm a somatic coach with over 20 years of experience in yoga, meditation, and body-based practice. I truly believe that our nervous system is at the heart of our life, way more than most of us realize, and that it's the foundation for all the changes that we crave. Healing from old wounds, creating new habits, experiencing more love and connection, or simply living with a greater sense of ease and authenticity. And that's why this work matters so much. So in the last video, we talked about simple body-based tools to help our system come back to balance and safety in the moment. And today, we're moving into the next layer, building capacity, so that our system doesn't get thrown off as often in the first place. So when we talk about our nervous system capacity, we're talking about how much stress or stimulation our system can handle before it tips into dysregulation. So the bigger our capacity, the more we're able to stay grounded, present, and connected, even when life gets a little messy. You might also know this as your window of tolerance. And we've touched on this in earlier videos. Today, we're going to go deeper. So remember that analogy from video 1. Imagine stress like food coloring and your nervous system like a container of water. If we put 5 drops of that red food coloring into a giant swimming pool, it barely changes. But when we put those same 5 drops into a tiny glass of water, suddenly the whole thing turns red. So when our window is wide like that swimming pool, stress doesn't overwhelm us so much. But when it's narrow, then small things have a really big impact. So if your window feels small right now, it's not because you're flawed. It's because your nervous system learned to protect you by being on high alert or by going numb. Chronic stress, trauma, burnout, or just living in an unsafe environment, it can shrink your window of tolerance over time. It's your body being smart. It's doing what it needed to do to keep you safe. But we don't have to stay stuck there. We don't want to stay stuck there. And the incredible thing is that our nervous system is plastic. It can adapt and learn, which means that we can train it to grow its capacity slowly, gently, over time. Just like lifting weights at the gym, only this time, the muscle that we're building is our ability to stay regulated. There are 3 core principles that it's really helpful to understand when we're learning to work with our nervous system and widen our window of tolerance. The first is pendulation, and it means going back and forth between more stressful experiences and more calm, safe feeling experiences. And this word always makes me think of grandfather clocks, with the pendulum sort of swinging back and forth, keeping time. When it comes to our nervous system, it means we want to touch in on some activation and stress and then return back to safety and calm. And this back and forth, it helps our nervous system regain its natural rhythm and flexibility. And the second concept is titration. You might remember this word from science class way back when, where we'd add one substance to another drop by drop. So when we use it to talk about the nervous system, it's the same idea. It means doing things in tiny, manageable doses. So think of this like lifting weights. If we try to lift too heavy or too fast, we'll hurt ourselves, right? Our system sort of locks down. But if we don't lift heavy enough, then our muscles won't grow. And this is the same with our nervous system. By engaging just enough activation or stress at a time, not too much, not too little, we build strength, confidence, and resilience. And the third concept is resourcing, knowing what helps us feel safe, steady, and supported, and then using that as our anchor. In the last video, we explored 3 practices that you could use to help regulate in the moment. And these are examples of resources. There are ways to offer yourself real embodied support, but there are so many ways to support your system, right? Going outside, listening to music, gardening, playing with your animals, yoga, dance, talking to someone you trust, or just sharing a meal with a friend. Remember, all of our nervous systems are different. We're each naturally drawn to different things. So the real goal here is to discover what feels good and natural for you, and then to use those resources whenever you sense you need to come back to a place of balance and safety. The real magic happens when we combine all three of these and when we bring these principles into our life consistently. Because remember, each time we help our system move from a state of dysregulation back into a state of regulation, it's like doing one rep of an exercise. And over time, like any muscle, our window of tolerance grows and our nervous system becomes more resilient across the board. And one more piece that's often overlooked: notice what your body feels. So after you do any of these practices, pause. Notice what shifted, even if it's small. This noticing is really powerful. It helps you learn what actually works for you, and it builds trust in the process. It also tells your body, like, I'm listening, I'm here. And this is how we gently widen our window of tolerance, so that we're not just managing symptoms, but we're actually changing our baseline over time. And remember, this 8-part series is a complete mini course. It's designed to help you understand and heal your nervous system, one step, one layer at a time. And be sure to download the free companion workbook. It's really supportive. It'll give you space to track your capacity and really integrate what you're learning into your life. And tell me in the comments below, what's one thing that helps you feel safe and supported right now? Your share, it might help someone else discover a new resource. And in the next video, we'll explore what it actually means to create internal safety and why it's the foundation of real embodied change and healing. And if this video was helpful, hit the like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next lesson. And remember, you're not broken. You're just learning how to come home to yourself in a new way.